Greg Pence ran for the congressional seat his brother, Vice President Mike Pence, once held. CreditMike Wolanin, The Republic, via Associated Press. Indianapolis, Greg Pence, the oldest brother of Vice President Mike Pence, won the Republican primary on Tuesday for the Indiana House seat once held by his more famous sibling, successfully leveraging his family name into prodigious fundraising and ample votes that make him a heavy favorite to win the seat in November. In his first run for public office, Mr. Pence, 61, ran a largely hermetic race, declining to debate his opponents and refusing most requests for interviews. Instead, he made the rounds of Lincoln Day dinners and met quietly with voters in a district that stretches from Muncie to the north to the Ohio River to the south. "I'm ready to serve again. Mr. Pence, who enlisted in the Marines after college, said to a cheering crowd in his hometown, Columbus, "Get full results from Indiana's primary elections here." His closest challenger was Jonathan Lamb, who owns several small businesses and was the only candidate close to being financially competitive with Mr. Pence. The victor ultimately used connections to his brother and President Trump to raise more than $1 million for his race, an unmatchable figure. Mr. Lamb tried to make an issue of Mr. Pence's record in business. A convenience store company he ran was forced into bankruptcy and was sued by a local bank for $3.8 million in unpaid loans, but he could not overcome his opponent's structural advantages. Mr. Pence has lived most of his life in Columbus, Indiana, one of the larger cities in the district, and his family has deep roots there. Mr. Pence now owns 2 antique malls in southern Indiana. He is trying to succeed Representative Luke Messer, who ran for the Senate. Mr. Messer won in 2016 with almost 70% of the vote, and Democrats do not have a well-known challenger. Mike Pence was elected to the seat in 2000 and served until he was elected governor of Indiana in 2012. During his campaign, Greg Pence said there was no daylight between him and his brother or President Trump on major issues, and he will be hoping that strong support for the president in the state will benefit him as well. But that proposition will be tested because Mr. Trump's trade policies could have a starkly negative impact on the economy of Columbus, which relies on exports for more than 50% of its gross domestic product, according to a Brookings Institution analysis. Mr. Trump and the vice president are scheduled to campaign in Indiana on Thursday.